Hello lads and ladies, and welcome back for another video on the channel. Tonight is Fleetwood Town against Milton Keynes Dons. Now MK Dons at the start of the year signed some very good footballers and already had a very good squad. The likes of Alex Gilby there last year, but the players that they added, realistically they should be doing a lot better this season than they are. Scott Lindsay came into the football club after Mike Williamson departed before getting sacked. He went to Carlisle United, not doing a great job there. Scott Lindsay's a great manager, did a phenomenal job, achieved over the odds at Crawley Town last year by winning promotion to League One. Going to be an interesting game tonight. Fleetwood Town won at the weekend, the first win under Pete Wild. The home form is a concern, only 3 wins this season at home. Big game under the light. If you're new to the channel, please subscribe. We're hunting down for 17,000 subscribers. It'd be greatly appreciated as well. Like the video. We've not been hitting our like targets in previous weeks and they are massive. So can we go for 150 likes? Let's try and hit it. We'll reduce the like goal a little bit. And also follow my TikTok page for all the latest EFL content. Clubs, MK Dons have lost 5 of the last 7. They actually came here originally when they won 5 in a row. So a lot can change in football. It got postponed. Before that, won 5 in a row, and where the game gets postponed, where they've got a bit of rhythm going. They come here after a bad defeat against Walsall. They didn't play particularly well, in my opinion.
Memorial stand in this opening period. White shorts and red and white socks. And still, we wait for Mr.
It start from both sides, really, when you think about it. That MK Dons have just had a chance, and Fleetwood, again, the press causes it. Brendan Weirdy pushes up, and Phoenix on his toes. Quick, alive, he's created the most chances in these last 2 or 3 games under Pete Wild. We mentioned on Saturday he'd be a big player for this football club. MK Dons in, and again, a good start for Fleetwood. And look, when they've started well this season, they have really started well. Carlisle, Morecambe.
And a skillful performer.
Dan Crowley, for me, I think last year, I think MK Dons have got the best midfield 3 in the division. In Dan Crowley, you look at him, his numbers last year as well, Alex Gilby, and then Liam Kelly was on the bench, who was with Scott Lindsay at Crawley. They are phenomenal footballers. Crowley, I think, got 24 goal contributions last year and started well this year. I really liked him at Morecambe, and he went in there and nearly got enough goals to keep them in the division.
From that memorial stand behind Jay Lynch's goal, where usually this stood, isn't it, Ben?
Normally, yeah, and hopefully spurring on the lads to 3 points. I thought they were excellent on Saturday, actually. I thought that could hear them for 90 minutes.
Turn it home, but Fleetwood working a good opportunity.
Matty Virtue is the ideal midfielder you want at this level. Box to box, plays forwards, runs forwards and gets into positions. And when you move forward, you are pinning defenders back and you're giving them something to think about. I think he's probably been one of our better players this year, most consistent. I think he's an absolute steal of a pickup from Blackpool. I think he's a League One footballer, and I know he's absolutely loved and adored at Lincoln, for his time in League One as well.
They look like a team that's playing with confidence, playing with a bit of ingenuity and craft, and that's been lacking so often here at home this season.
Yeah, fast start. Fleetwood Town are a team this season that has been a frustrating watch because the games depended on how they've started. Carlisle away, the first 15-20 minutes they were electric and got the goals. Morecambe, they were electric, and then they don't back it up enough. They're either really poor in the first 10-15 minutes and don't do anything, or really good. So again, I think that we need to be more consistently good in those 10-15 minutes. And
a number of different positions, never really lets the Cod Army down to me when he plays. Interesting though, Ryan Graydon not involved tonight. He's not even on the bench.
Yeah, he's only started 3 times this year. I think the last couple were away at Swindon and away at Barrow, where we don't get really the positive results we want. We lose 3-1 to Swindon and 2-0 to Barrow. But he's one of those players that adds energy. He'll give everything. He's a bit like a Carl Johnson who's just left the football club to go to Peterborough.
MK Dons haven't got going yet.
No, they haven't. And it is a style of football you have to be patient with. And it's a style of football that managers, I think, walk into jobs because of the way they play. Sometimes I think you're not really judged on results. You're judged on the way you play. If you play out from the back and you're a good type of manager that wants to do that, and you don't get the results, you kind of looked at favourably. Yeah, I think that this MK Dons team is good, but it's a hard watch at times. It really is, and it's got to win. And when you're losing games of football, you kind of just get the ball forward as quickly as you can and really threaten the opposition goal. And they haven't done that enough at times this year. Yeah, Scott Hogan's a really good player. I think he scored against Chesterfield a couple of weeks ago at Stadium MK, and he's a useful sign. He offers them something different. They've got a very good technical side of MK Dons. You know, your Gilbys, your Crowleys, you know, your Ninebys as well, and Liam Kelly, Tomlinson as well. They don't have a lot of grafters in there, and you know, tough, physical, typical League Two players.
To the front half, 12 minutes to go to the break. Always played into the box.
Absolutely brilliant, and it all comes from a Phoenix Patterson set piece. Fleetwood fans the other day sung set piece again, ole ole. It's another one, but the best thing about it, it's a second ball. Ryan Broom, it's only his 4th start of the season, and again, when he starts, he can score goals. Fantastic finish, 1-0.
33 minutes on the clock here at Highbury, and Fleetwood Town have struck first. It was a free kick on the left-hand side by Phoenix Patterson into the box. MK Dons 0. But it was on his weaker foot, Ben, as well. He hit it through a crowd. But Broom deserves so much credit for a fantastic execution.
Humongous credit as well. It's a brilliant finish. And again, when there's a crowd of bodies there, it goes into the unknown. And you're testing the goalkeeper that, yes, he's been in training, but he's not played for a little bit of time as well. Maybe they'll cup game here or there. But you just need to test him where you can. And MK Dons have had, I'd say, 70% of possession from just seeing it in front of my eyes. But again, Fleetwood, when they've had possession, they've looked like they're going to do a little bit more. And now it's about kind of how they settle on this lead. And again, the next 10 minutes getting into half-time is massive. But yeah, a great finish by Ryan Broom. And that'll just be a message to Pete Wild that I'm still here and I'm wanting to place. Goals change games, don't they? And again, a few little pickups. Again, the press from Ronan Coughlin there earns Fleetwood a chance, and a little bit too slow in the build up to try and get in that second goal. Yeah, Pete Wild said the other day that's more like I want us to be. We're not there yet, which I think is always a good message. There's more to come. You obviously, I don't think you could ever. I think you could win 30 out of 30, and manager will be still saying there's more to come. That this isn't the level I want. You want to keep your players hungry, don't you? And I do think it was the best time for a little breakaway. I think if we still had Charlie Adam in charge, you want to play games of football as quickly as you can because you know the way he wants to play.
The right foot, and it was a good save by McGillivray, who turns it round the post. But again, Fleetwood switching from defence to attack. Kick to Fleetwood. Can they get this second goal before the break? Interval advantage.
Yeah, the height in this team, you've got real big ball winners in the air as well. Elliot Bond is a big figure. James Bolton scored against Harrogate, didn't he? Even Finlay Potter, you saw them with Reece Bennett.
I don't really recall too many opportunities they've made tonight.
No, Fleetwood have just sat in the shape, haven't they, and done it very well. And that's tactical work that you work on the training ground, that you kind of sit in the shape. And it's not one of the easiest, but it's one of the most basic things you do is sit in a shape and don't be broke down. You just kind of follow the play and don't let little gaps appear.
Add to the squad still before the end of the month. Just as important, in fact, if anything, even more important, as if that window can slam shut, as they say, with Brendan Weirwood, who's still a Fleetwood Town player.
Yeah, I think I need to find an office to lock him in somewhere and not let him. I'll feed him, but not let him out till February 1st. I think when the window's shut. At the time, you're judged on who you sign, aren't you? And it's disappointing if you don't sign anyone, but you need to be judged on who you keep. I think keeping Phoenix Patterson at the football club is massive. Keeping Ronan Coughlin at the football club is massive. And keeping Brendan Weirwood, who again, nice little header flick onto Ronan Coughlin there. I think we'll get a set piece, a corner. Teams will be scared. Teams will be thinking, here we go. And Carl Robinson actually said after the game, they knew what Fleetwood would be like from set pieces, but he still didn't handle it. And again, it's someone different every time. It's whether it's a Rooney that time or a James Bolton. We had Bennett in the first half as well. Yeah, once again, Phoenix Patterson for Fleetwood Town creating an opportunity.
Made the long journey tonight. Every credit to them, Ben. It's a fair old journey, isn't it, midweek?
Full credit, and there's a lot of stick online about the number that fans go to games. I credit every single one of the supporters inside that away end. And when you ask questions, again, you sometimes get answers, and the pressing has caused so many opportunities. I don't think Fleetwood have had to create opportunities from their own doing, from their own excellence, from their playmakers in the team, but they've made it through other teams' mistakes and pressing high up the lines and making the other team to fall into an error.
Sean Rooney, to this right-hand side, coming forward in support of him.
to avoid that.
His technical area, his own pockets, he had the insurance of a second goal by Fleetwood Town. Phoenix Patterson. High ball!
I'll say it again, set piece again, ole, ole, brilliant ball in. Sean Rooney, welcome back to the football club. Excellent, it is your first year of this race. Again, Bristol Road is away, you know he can leap like a salmon. It's an absolute brilliant header that goes into the top corner, 2-0.
Fantastic header that, Ben, and as soon as it left his forehead, it was only going in one place.
Yeah, absolutely. The support was behind the goal, and the Memorial End set piece again. They're singing it. The attacking fullback, he's really, really effective. We saw the Scott Brown defensive at the time was tested for the way that we played and opened up. But I think he's been excellent in these last, game in 70 minutes. 20 minutes left, but a really, really good period of play.
Not always the case, particularly here at Highbury, Ben.
Yeah, this is as good as I've seen us at Highbury. You go back actually the last few games, we've done a little good run here at Highbury. You go back to the Harry game, yes, I know you only draw. It says different in the game of football happens until you come from a goal down. Before that, you 0-0 against Colchester and Bradford not too long before that. So slowly again, you're building a period where you're not losing games of football at home again.
Joined Aston Villa aged 7, club with whom he won the FA Youth Cup in 2021. As an effort comes in, and it steals in at the near post, and MK Dons, by the substitute, O'Reilly, is just come onto the field of play. It is now Fleetwood Town 2, MK Dons 1. This game back in the balance.
Yeah, it's a really, really sweet strike. And Fleetwood have actually backed off MK Dons today, and it's worked to a treat. Eventually you are going to start taking shots instead of passing it out to the sides and trying to build up something. MK Dons will become desperate in this game of football. When you're 2-0 down, you will. Now is the side where we see what this Pete Wild side is made of.
Here tonight.
Top teams find a way to get through difficult moments. Difficult moments win your games of football, and not often enough this year, not done that enough. And again, just got to get through this again. Look, there'll be a lot of crosses coming into the box. Inside the box, just got to be switched on. 6 minutes to go.
Turns 180 degrees. Opportunity for a shot.
Believe me, and I think that again, you work on these types of plays in training, don't you? About being a bit more resolute, digging in, crosses coming into your box constantly. One wave after wave, defence against attack. There's only so much you can do in training to a game. It's totally different. It's like a penalty shootout at times as well. And you've just got to dig in now. And again, when you get the ball, stop them from playing and do the right things at the right times. And we've often not done. I always think that Fleetwood do the wrong things at the wrong times too often this year. Outstanding from Broom and Rooney, yet again working together defensively and making sure for the Fleetwood cause the ball is up the pitch. The Fleetwood fans behind the goal, making their voices heard as well. The players will need that on the pitch. So just home from the match now, a brilliant result for Fleetwood today. Back-to-back wins, a great result. We did it the hard way, the Fleetwood way, 2 set pieces again. No clean sheet, but 3 points is all that matters. Absolutely over the moon with that. Make sure you like, make sure you subscribe. I hope you're enjoying these commentary videos as well. But again, enjoying doing the content. Thank you so much for all your support. Great win.